Ross has been beavering away in the background, and he's back now as we get ready for Manurewa Marlins to kick off, and I will not say Wahine again today.
Yes, thank you, Troy. Great to hear from Mike at halftime. As we prepare to get underway for the second half here in the decider. The undefeated Manurewa Marlins, who hold a 16-14 lead over Richmond in the first half.
We're all good to go live up here. Just waiting for the referees to come on as they've been hiding over on the far side there, trying to keep warm.
So here we go, back underway, 40 minutes to play. Will it be a new champion? Or will it be Manurewa to defend the crown? And they've found touch off the kickoff, so it's a fairly good start. They will win possession back straight away.
Not really the start the Roses were looking for, to be fair.
It's a really clever play in these conditions. Drill that ball down to the corners. A good chance of finding touch or forcing a knock on. On that occasion it was the former. Ngaho.
Bad pass. Tried to regather it and lay down.
And, Chantal Woodman takes full advantage of the surrender tackle to drive the shoulder in. Matua. Takes three to bring her down, and Afina Marsh is the one to finish it off. Rota now brings in her prop. Waira Kohu, try scorer in the first half. Rota misses one out, finds Ngaho instead. Arguably her side's best forward in the first half. Mariu switches direction now. Anderson Pittman, double pump, plays at the line to Noble Bell. Last coming up now for Manurewa. And, well,
just a slight bobble there, fumble. And they get the get out of jail card, Corey.
Yeah, Richmond definitely let off the hook there after letting that kickoff go into touch. Muru with the first hit up.
Great defense. Marlins driving back to where they started.
Good carry off the back fence from Noasala. Hale now will play into the centre of the park, but solid defence. Kahurangi Peters leading the charge on that one. Now they play short. Amber Hall into the action, steps out of one. Amber Hall
still going. Still, look at the strength.
It does look like Amber Hall has come into the middle of the park now. Ball spills out loose, and that's going to be a knock on. No advantage to Manurewa, so it will be Rewa ball. It's really poor there from Richmond.
I didn't want to say that, but yep, they just didn't get enough opportunity on that to be able to mount some pressure, and ball goes back to Manurewa. No real urgency in getting the scrum packed. And now,
yet it's still a good 2 minutes quicker than the scrums in the earlier game, the pennant match. We're forced to wait a long time for some of the restarts of play.
Holding Roses. Holding Roses.
Fiso Clark. Go. Anderson Pittman.
Oh,
plays
what a
shots.
hit. Welcome to Mount Smart. Somebody pick up air fillings.
Holding Rose. Go.
Rota now will bring it back to the middle, and Fiso Clark turns back to Noble Bell, and TJ Noble Bell, the change of direction. Looked really good when she's had touches today, Noble Bell.
Holding, holding.
Oh, she's
Holding,
twisted
holding.
awkwardly there, and
Tackle 3.
she's pulled up sore from that one, Noble Bell.
Hold! Release her. Go, tackle 4.
Rota to Mariu. Mariu goes to the line, goes back on the inside to Fiso Clark.
Last tackle. Last tackle.
Last tackle coming up. Left edge to Mariu. Mariu will get to the kick. Kicks in behind. Sekini had to be up to it
By Roses.
and hit dead by the Roses.
Good pressure.
Richmond in no hurry to get back underway here.
Yeah, the young Richmond ball boy just decided to stay on the sideline here. Yeah, no, the Roses can go get the ball themselves. Okay, here we go.
So the rain has stopped here at Mount Smart.
Gone back.
Peters picks it up now and runs it straight back. Hale involved in tackling with Lorena Papali'i. What a story she is.
Hold.
Returned to playing in a bid to try and be the first mother-son combination to play for the same NRL club. Of course, her son, Isaiah Papali'i, one of the Vodafone Warriors' best young players this year. He's been brilliant on the back row. As Fiso Clark now goes to the line with Peters hanging on his shoulder. Instead, she runs at Amber Hall, which is
Give her room.
a poor life decision if you ask me. But anyway,
Wait and
Yeah.
go. Tackle 3.
Rota to Mariu. Mariu, the cutout ball over the top. It's messy from Rewa, and it's knocked on.
Good knock on there. Grab it here, Roses, you're loose and free.
Here, there, Georgia
On
Hale
the line here, ladies.
just trying to fire things up a little bit. Ball economy, the big enemy today for Richmond. Should that improve, I'm sure they've got the points in them, Troy, but they're going nowhere if they don't start completing some sets.
Absolutely.
It all starts here.
Move there! Hold! Go!
Woodman back to the middle of the park, and that's Tamaroa.
Stand! Hold! Too early, six! Too early, six!
Laura Mariu called out of the action after racing up, and Nuasala takes full advantage with a good run up towards the 40.
Tackle 3.
Hale now shifts it to Vailier, and Vailier's got Muru hanging on his shoulder. Instead decides to take the tackle now. Thinks about the offload. Was the tackle complete? Yes, it was, so we'll go back and play it.
Oh,
And Woodman, in fact it's Vi, puts it down. So fourth tackle error. We've got fresh legs preparing to come on for Manurewa. In the shape of Shalima Tua. And Jocelyn Samupo Manukoa.
Auckland weather never ceases to amaze as the sunshine breaks out now across Mount Smart number 2.
And I'm sure the photographers down pitch side are delighted with that after getting drenched for the first 40 minutes. Chantal Woodman,
Release her!
one of the real veterans of the women's rugby league scene in New Zealand. Been around a long time now.
Up the square marker!
Went to a number of World Cups with the rugby league team. Also went to the
Go!
Kabaddi World Cup. And for those of you who have turned on Sky and wondered what that weird sport is,
Together! Hold!
silver medal for the Kiwi girls on that occasion. I understand a number of league girls actually attending that tournament. Noble Bell now
Play on all good.
takes them forward, and they're 20 out from the line.
Hold!
How much longer can Richmond hold on? Mariu back inside to Ngaho. Look at her change of direction. She's been their best forward today, Luisa Ngaho.
Last tackle!
Rota. And the ball is put down. It's the first touch of the game for Samupo Manukoa. And it's to put down straight away. So 7 tackles to work with now, and up inside the 10. So Richmond, Vilea looks like she wants to tap and go. She does. Vilea now off to the races. Fiso Clark lines her up. 40 out from the line. Good carry through the heart there, and another penalty. So back-to-back penalties. Richmond must act here. Time is off for the time being. And if I heard that correctly, penalty for pulling the hair. I may have misheard that one. Anyway.
Yep. Not a bad carry, still going.
Not a bad carry. If she gets to a quick play of the ball, it's on here for Richmond. Hale to Amber Hall. And Amber Hall goes straight through the middle. Still going as Amber Hall. There's 4 defenders. Cling to limbs. Hale. Left edge they go now. Woodman, the show, the double pump, the basketball ball over the top. And arriving late to get it was Jessica Diamond.
Holding. Go, tackle 3.
Marsh looks like she will settle now with Papali'i looming in support. She'll get to a quick play of the ball here. She's standing in the tackle. 4th tackle, one up their sleeve. Vilea goes to the line, and Vilea testing it out, keeping those defenders honest. Last coming up now. Hale shifts it wide to the middle forward, and then Chantal Woodman kicks in behind, and Chantal Woodman, the ball's loose. Ball's loose, and Richmond, they should score here.
What's he rolling?
We're going to need a chat here.
I've seen Crystal play at the ball, gone loose in goal, and then I've seen Richmond grounded for a try. Fair try.
That'll be a try. Brilliant stuff. And the Richmond Bulldogs hit back. Manurewa are complaining. They've got no case. That's a clear-cut try there. And it's Lorena Papali'i who's going to claim it, but put it down to the work of Chantal Woodman. She kicks. She chases her own kick, puts in a big hit in the in goal, and forces the error. Let's take a look now on the replay.
Thanks, Thomas.
And we're lucky to see the Fairleigh photos replay.
Woodman here, there's not a lot doing. Kicks in behind, and it was a good option anyway because she was going to force a repeat set, but then here, I think it's Roto that she hits. Ball spills loose, and Lorena Papali'i says, I'll have that one, thank you very much. And she brings Richmond back into this game. Big kick coming up here to make it a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, it was a nice little kick through, Corey, and as you said, you know, she followed up well, put the pressure on, and the opportunity came out of that, and well, now we see the result. We're hoping to convert that try.
So although there's half an hour left, this is a huge kick from Vilea. I get the feeling there won't be too many more points scored in this game, and it is low and over. So Vilea kicks it, 16-10.
Number 4, is it?
Manurewa Marlins class side though. This won't ruffle them too much. They'll want to come back and, you know, prove the professional outfit that they are.
Control your discipline. The touch goes as if holding got a mouthful function. All right, just try and control that a bit. Okay.
Oh, the referee giving guidance around the chat.
I do apologise if you picked up some of the rather coarse language on that one.
I missed it completely. Like I've missed out on my Queen Service medal from being a great servant to Juanita.
Coming your way, Carl.
Wondering if they'll go deep.
Time to run.
They're trying to snuff a little shallow one here. No, they've kicked long.
Trapped on the foot by Richmond, and it's Afina Marsh. Traps it and takes him out to the 20. Richmond have done really well here, and credit to their defence because the number of errors they've made.
Absolutely,
they've been under a whole lot of pressure. They kept showing up on that goal line.
Go. Tackle 2.
And that try came off the back of a couple of penalties, and they're the only ones, and they've gone Richmond's way. Oh, the vertical sidestep.
Yep. The big carry from Amber Hall. Takes him up over halfway. And was that marker square? Yes, says referee Williams.
A lot of urgency on the D now.
Tackle 4, one up the sleeve. Woodman to Vilea. Vilea dinks over the top. Fiso Clark back to collect, and the chase is good from Richmond. That's a really good set after points. They go 90, finish the set, and Georgia Hale there dishing out a bit of punishment in the middle of the park. Carney. Nu'uausala.
Wow, who let the dogs out?
And a mistake at the end of it. Wow, that is brilliant, brilliant stuff from Neta Nu'uausala off the ball. We do apologise if Troy and I just blew your eardrums there, but that was a huge hit.
Yeah, that certainly calmed everything down on the field. Everyone sort of just, you know, rhythm. Well, now we'll sort of think about packing the scrum.
Back with your touchy. Back with your touchy. Okay, here's in, ladies.
So Richmond now
Here we go.
really wrestling their way back into this one. Woodman directing traffic. She brings Tamaroa back in on the inside.
Hold. Hold. Go.
Nu'uausala, dishing them out on the other side of the ball as well. No relenting with this woman on the field. And they go short, and they bring in Lani Latour-Williams.
Release the arm. Hold. Hold. Go. Tackle 3.
Hale to Papali'i, and Papali'i is set upon, looking for an offload, gets it away as well. That's messy. Cleaned up nicely by Tamaroa, and just in time.
Holding. Go. Tackle 4.
Tackles up their sleeve, and Papali'i now will settle. Takes it straight back and gets some attention from Horawai Sisulu. Now Vilea. Vilea will go to the line, puts a little kick in, it's good. Jessica Diamond, in fact it's Jorina Sikini. And it's going to be a try. Jorina Sikini scores the try, but put it down to the brilliance of Alice Vilea. Look at this for vision.
She's already sizing it up here on the replay.
Gets it here, has a look up. At this point, spots that they're in. They've squeezed in field, puts it in. It's brilliantly weighted.
It is.
And then from there, Sikini does really well to ground this just before the end goal. That's a great call from the on-field referees as well, who don't have the luxury of the slow motion replay.
Richmond's kicks have been absolutely pinpoint the last couple of times they've got to their completions of set, turning into a bit of a weapon for them, and that certainly got them back into this match.
Well, I think you just nailed the story of the game when they've completed their sets, and the game has changed as they've started to complete a few, and now Vilea has the chance to kick to tie things up as the final 20 minutes approach.
Yeah. I've already worn that number 4 from Marlins. Thank you, brother. If you get any more lift from her, just let me know, eh? Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Vilea steps in, and it's short.
She's had a fantastic day today. So, Marlins are marching straight back to the kickoff. This is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to turn into a cliffhanger.
Manurewa making their way back to restart play. Do also want to give a shout out to the upcoming Auckland Women's Nines, which is set down for August 26, going to be held at Ngāti Otara Park, jointly organised by the Auckland Rugby League and New Zealand Institute of Sport. It's open to all clubs and tertiary institutions.
Great return.
entries for that one. You can email olivia.s@aucklandleague.co.nz or check out aucklandleague.co.nz for all the details.
Can't help thinking that big hit, there was a bit of a turning point there. And there's another big hit.
Well, and the grandstand ignites, and it's Amber Carney who's come off her edge to flatten Crystal Tamaroa. It's going to be a Rewa feed.
Just hold the mark there, Roses. Wait for a second. Hold it there, Roses. All right, heads in. Head in here, loose forward. Head in, please.
Yeah, Lucy's got to get in. Here we go.
It's put down.
Manurewa.
Play one error.
Wow.
Who would be a coach?
Who'd be a coach's wife? Or in some cases, who'd be a coach's husband? So, here we go. You'd be a nervous wreck. Richmond feed the scrum.
Feeds, and Hale will jump out and take the first tackle.
Back 10. Holding, go. Left square, left.
Nuasala.
Nuasala.
What about the run? Just about bobbled the ball as well. And it back to the middle. Lani Latour-Williams spots up Fiso Clark, who does admirably. She's given away a fair few kgs in that contest. Vailea to the line now. Hanging on her shoulder is Modu. Wrapped up well.
Crowd.
Mollia Fraser. They're getting right behind it, and why not? It's brilliant rugby league.
Wait. And go. Tackle 4.
Ruth Vi will settle. Last tackle coming up. Spin it wide to Chantal Woodman, who kicks. Carney back to clean it up, and she'll be trapped. That is great work from the Richmond side. And Amber Carney, well, she had nowhere to go. Did well to scoop it up cleanly.
Goal line drop. You heard the ref. It was a good set.
Stay behind Rewa. Time your run.
Here we go. One way. Bang.
Up together. Wait. Go.
Sala
Tackle
to
1.
her feet and plays the ball now. Amber Hall lines up for one. What a 1-2 punch that is. Although, you put the mocker on it, Amber Hall comes up with a mistake. She's claiming it was stripped.
Listen. I've seen a loose carry there. There was no hand in there. It was a loose carry. Good call, Nigel. Nigel, good call, correct call. Good call, correct call, Nigel, well done. Rewa, you're loose and feed.
The touchy there giving a bit of positive reinforcement to the referee, and well, he's right, it was a good call. Drop ball.
I'm in enough trouble as it is, Corey. I'm not getting involved.
Perhaps best to choose your moments now as Ngaho jumps off the back of the scrum.
Holding, wait, and go, tackle 1.
Anderson Pittman.
Big D.
Into the shoulder of Mollia Fraser. Mollia Fraser with a handful of jersey there. And she gets to her feet and exchange thank yous afterwards. Lorena Papali'i, massive in defence today for Richmond. Such a classy player now as Kahurangi Peters with the dreadlocks flowing.
Go, tackle 4, wing it off.
Fiso Clark.
Last tackle.
Matua looks to the skies. Difficult one for Modu, and I need to look out here. Ngaho's chasing hard. Ball is loose. Who's got it? Richmond do. wonderfully recovered in the end. Shannon Muru, that was a horror bounce really. Now Woodman jumps out of dummy half. This is a great chance for Manurewa to swing the momentum here. If they can pin them deep in territory. Alice Vailea. The forwards are blowing hard. The outside backs are carrying the grunt. And now, ball comes loose. That's a mistake. It is a Manurewa ball.
Good call, Nigel. All right, Steve. Yep, in that case, she was going for an offload. She's lost control. Quick call, Nigel. Well done. Thank you, lady.
A little bit of a breather as they get ready to pack in.
Okay, here's him. You're loose, yeah. Ball in.
To the right edge, they come short to Matua.
Move! Stand up. Wait. Go.
Peters.
Move! Holding. Holding. Go.
Rota. Back in field, and it's just penalty Richmond.
So Shepherd, he's saying.
Obstruction the call. Georgia Hale's off to the races. Unfortunately, the referee doesn't agree.
I don't allow any quick taps in the pin.
Time off for the time being. And Lorena Papli'i says, give me the ball, Georgia. Promptly gets into it. Tell you what, pound for pound, Lorena Papli'i, one of the toughest players going around. She gives away plenty of size compared to most middle forwards in this competition. There's Latour Williams. She's felt that one. And we'll have time off here. Latour Williams feeling the effects of that one. Didn't quite catch what had happened.
All right. Okay. No notice in the tackle, Nigel. Just a normal tackle. That's all right, Sonny. You are entitled to your opinion, and I'm open to listening to it. All right. It's what is it? Cramp forward. You told me.
As we have a little break and play here, Corey. Ladies and gentlemen, during Wednesday next week, we have College Rugby League, sponsored by SAS, and you'll be able to see that fixture on the aucklandleague.co.nz website. Yep, I can tell because his eyes are looking wild at me, like helter-skelter. And then, of course, we've got the Saturday SAS Fox Memorial match.
Yeah, it's going to be goody, isn't it? Glenora up against Mangere East. Root Rooster on the line.
Yep, and they'll be coming off a wonderful momentum and probably have their tails up, especially after their win against Mount Albert over the weekend. And that action replay, the full game, is on the ARL YouTube website, where you'll find all of our rugby league replays. Today's fixtures will also be up by tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to enjoy all of the rugby league action that's gone down today at Mount Smart number 2. So, looks like that player's...
Yeah, so it's obviously a fairly serious one here for Lani Latour Williams. Looks like it maybe a knee. So a fairly long pause here. And who does the pause favour, you think, Troy, at this stage of the game?
Whoever's holding the ball. And it looks like it's Richmond, as long as they can contain it. As long as they can control it for their set of 6. Their kicking game's been pretty good. However, the 2 points on the board are in favour of the Marlins, and as we well know, you know, they're a class act across the park, and Richmond are going to need everything going their way if they're to beat them today.
So Latour Williams comes from the field.
Tackle 2. Release it! Go, tackle 3.
Contact there led by Crystal Rota. Tell you what, for a player that wasn't going to play today, after picking up an injury in the Kiwi Ferns match, she's been superb in the middle of the park. I don't think she's had a rest yet. And behold,
great run.
1, 2, 3. Where's the next one? 4.
Oh.
Gets the offload, but it's to Manurewa. Well, that was quite an incredible carry, unfortunately. We overplayed her hand with the offload at the end. Zero tackle now. Manurewa line up. You get the feeling this game's going to be won without ball in hand. It's going to be a defensive play that probably turns this game. And Troy, you
Great return.
quite rightly touched on it earlier. The big hit from Aneta Nuasala really changed the complexion of this game. What's next? There's a good carry forward from Waira Kohu. She scored a try in the first half. The former Papakura Seagulls women's player. He's represented Waikato,
Great
New
shift.
Zealand, Māori and Samoa. 10 out from the line now. Manurewa with a golden opportunity to build some pressure.
Yeah, they're shaping up here on the left.
Anderson Pittman, Mariu, Fiso Clark chiming across field. They got numbers here, Manurewa. They got numbers, they should score. Crystal Stowers is going to score. Crystal Stowers scores in the corner. And it is Serena Fiso Clark who's the provider. Touches from all the spine in that set.
I think she came in on the back door there and certainly passed it along the line.
Ran sideways for a long time, didn't she? And you can see here, Richmond defence just not sliding quick enough at this point. Jam in, that's a poor read.
Well, one came out of the line quick. She just didn't do enough to nullify it and still got the ball away. And hello.
Stowers does really well to finish in the end. In the corner flag.
Crossbar in the right, I'll watch if it goes right down the middle. Yep.
Takes a hiding.
I'll watch our left hand crossbar. Plenty of action in the second half, eh, bro? Yeah.
There's always plenty of action in the second half, bro. So we'll hear the referees and linesmen enjoying today's match.
Big kick here to make it a 2-score game. Kiri Matua right up against the sideline.
Today's a high quality game. Keep up your standard, Nigel. You're doing an awesome game. Thanks, guys. Yep, if they have a scrub, if it comes our way, try going into the ruck, and I'll go set your first. We'll see how we go, eh? Yeah, see how you go.
Matua taking her time with this kick, and fair enough. It's a big one in the story of this game.
Okay, Carl.
10 minutes to go. Matua to kick to make it an 8-point lead for Manurewa. Strikes it okay, but it's coming around late and it's short as well. So the score will remain Manurewa 20, Richmond 14.
Just under 10 minutes to go. And at the conclusion of the game, ladies and gentlemen, there will be presentations in front of the grandstand for the Current Photos Women's Premiership Grand Final, and spectators are reminded you are not permitted onto the field. Thank you.
So Richmond make their way back to restart play here.
Okay, Tony. Stay behind.
Valia short and it's fielded nicely. And big contact there. They drive back another 3 meters or so.
And go. Tackle one.
So we're into the champion minutes now. There's Manurewa with the advantage.
Up in square markers.
Leanne Gardner.
And go. Tackle two.
Mariu plays at the line to Ngaho. That little swivel, change of direction, which is so dangerous.
Go, tackle 3. Release the leg!
Wairakohu.
Hold!
There's a spill. Wairakohu comes up with the drop. So dropped ball just inside their own half now. Manurewa getting to the end of the tackle count.
I said release the leg, he did. Then in your attempt to stand up and regain your feet, you've lost the ball. All right, heads in, please. Thanks, sir. Heads in, 6. Loose forward, please. Okay, ball in, Shiny. Out!
Tamaroa takes it. First out from the scrum. Made some good yardage originally, but then driven back really well.
Back right side. Hold. Go.
Vailea engages the line, puts a little fend on, and then gets crunched.
Up now. Wait. Wait. And go. Tackle 2.
Molia Fraser
Hold.
appeared at the NRL Auckland Nines back in 2017.
Hands away. Hands away.
12 out from the line. Hall plays the ball. It goes Hale. Hale to Vailea, and Vailea out the back to Moru, who gets crunched. That's a really good read out of the line from Crystal Stowers.
Last tackle. Last tackle.
Hale centralises via Woodman, who kicks across the body. Beautiful hands from Ngaho. And then she breaks one, breaks a second, goes across field, basketball ball out the back now to Abakani, who puts on some footwork. And Richmond arrive to put her down, 25 out from the line.
Hold up. Take a step back.
Woodman rushes out of marker and is pinged.
You left too early, Sonny.
Not happy about it.
Mark there.
Cool. Very clear from referee Nigel Williams. And as the final 6 minutes approach, it's Manurewa making all the right decisions on this run home. Been one of the great seasons in Club Rugby League for the Manurewa Marlins. They have been untouchable for much of the year.
Up and square, Marcus. Go.
Beat Richmond by 2 points last time they met, and this is a forward pass. So Richmond led off the hook.
Just crazy stuff.
Some tired bodies out there now, and as a result, we're probably starting to see some errors we wouldn't normally.
Roses, yes. Beg your pardon? Good enough, go. Come on, ladies. Gotta wear these mouth guards, okay?
And someone's knocking on someone for no mouth guard.
Nah.
That's no good.
Hey, heads in, heads in. Head in here.
Referee
Okay,
Williams
ball in.
setting them straight.
Out.
Vailea. One out.
Release it.
Vailea is slammed to the ground, and she's felt that one. Alice Vailea's in some discomfort here. And that'll be time off.
Hang on, Nigel, no malice in the tackle, it's just the way she fell on her leg. Oh, okay. Yeah, there was no malice in the tackle, okay? Yeah. We've got a knee injury here. Yeah, when she went down, she just put her weight on one leg.
So some concern being shown here for Alice Vailea. So she may have picked up a knee injury. We're hearing from the referees.
You just got to clean up that blood. I can't rule on something I haven't seen.
Chantal Woodman having a chat to Nigel Williams. I think there's some more knocking going on in terms of mouth guards.
Okay. wait till I blow the whistle.
Unbelievable that players wouldn't be wearing mouth guards at this level. Seeing some of the hits out there. Thought you would have wanted to keep your teeth in any way.
Wait.
Vailea to play the ball.
Tackle one.
Nuasala.
Release the arm. Wait.
Is she the player to break this game open? Vailea's staying on for the time being, but she is nursing a noticeable limp as Amber Hall is set upon by three tacklers there. Laura Mariu and sister-in-law Kahurangi Peters, and now Georgia Hale wants a quick tap and go. Back and do it again.
Hold up. Okay. You're holding up.
No, a penalty.
You're delaying the play the ball. Delaying the play the ball. Okay, yes. Okay, play on.
Papali'i falls awkwardly into the contact and still fighting for that quick play of the ball. Hale, they bring in Vi. Ruth Vi has stopped in her tracks. 4 minutes exactly remaining.
Wait. Hold. Go.
Our clock 1 minute out. So it's getting to now or never territory for Richmond. Can they avenge last year's grand final loss at the hands of Manurewa? This will go to extra time should scores be tied. We've seen it a number of times already in the semi-finals of this competition. Amber Hall from close range. Amber Hall's going to go very close here. They get there in numbers. There's a penalty at the end of it. High contact, the call. Georgia Hale again trying to take that quick tap. Time is off. As Luisa Ngaho is down.
The last defender getting up. And I don't mind saying, Corey, what a wonderful way to spend a Sunday afternoon going to extra time.
Yeah, well, I certainly won't be complaining. It's been a brilliant game of rugby league. This is the best women's rugby league you will see in New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen. This is where all of the Kiwi Ferns come to play. The last World Cup, all but 3 of the squad were Auckland girls. The majority of that Vodafone Warriors women's squad will be from this competition.
The majority of the marquee players for our contingency.
Absolutely.
From, Auckland Rugby League comp. And it'll be fantastic to see them out against, the likes of the Roosters and Broncos and
Dragons, the other one.
That's the other one we're thinking about. Definitely the Warriors. So,
And
big kudos.
interesting to see how Brisbane go. They have signed up a number of representative players.
My whistle, okay?
Here we go.
So this is it. You would think it's this set or never for Richmond. Ngaho is limping. Interesting to see what role Vailea plays in this one. Now Nuasala, they might not need her. And there's a Nuasala, she's over. There's a Nuasala, scores under the post. And with a kick to come, we may be heading to extra time.
Tensions mounting down there on the Manurewa bench.
Look at this. Georgia Hale like a statue, keeping her eye on referee Williams. And, well, they must have been ready for it. Look at this, Nuasala. 1 defender, 2 defender, 3, 4, 5, doesn't matter. Scores under the posts. And Alice Vailea presumably to kick. Likely to force extra time.
And this is what kickers live for, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, she's nursing a serious limp here, so she's not going to take the kick. It's going to be Shannon Moru who steps up. How about this? You're called up to take the kick, and it's likely to force extra time in a grand final, and it's hit the crossbar.
The team have got to pick her back up.
And with 2 minutes to go, that might be it.
The team have got to pick her back up. There's 120 seconds before the final whistle. It ain't over. Manurewa, class act, professionally walking back towards the halfway mark.
And I tell you what, I very much doubt anyone in the Rewa team will take any pleasure out of that one either, because you certainly have to feel for Shannon Moru there, called up to take the kick there. Obviously not a first choice kicker normally, and
She just sort of maybe didn't take enough time. Struggled. So Manurewa here. You can feel
1 minute to go. Ignore our clock, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute to go. Matua goes long. Fielded by Muru. There's still time here for Richmond. One set to try and win a premiership. Papali'i. 45 seconds to go. They'll get through a full set here if they hold the ball. Hale goes to Vailea. Vailea can hardly walk. The walking wounded on the field here, Richmond. Have they got one more in them? Hale to Vailea. Vailea centralises now. They're up over halfway. They're going to need something creative here. They get an offload out the back, and now they come out to this left edge. Marsh. Marsh gets the offload as well into Woodman, and now it's hot potato stuff. There's 10 seconds to go in the grand final. Papali'i promotes it. Vailea's wrapped up. One tackle to play with. Do or die for Richmond. Hale. Siren about to go. Woodman. Cut out ball at the line. They come out wide to Molia Fraser. Molia Fraser wraps back in field to Sekini. Siren goes. There's going to be a play of the ball here. Hale swings it to Woodman. Woodman to Hall. Hall, they need to keep it alive here. Amber Hall beats one. Amber Hall beats two. Out now to the right edge. It's going very close. The ball spilt. Manurewa are the champions. The Manurewa Marlins. They are the 2018 Farrelly Photos Women's Premiership champions. That is the game. And what a game it was. Close throughout. There was only ever 6 or so points in it. And this Richmond side, they fall just short. A conversion from in front, pinged off the upright. And that's the difference in the end. Congratulations to the Manurewa Marlins. That is an undefeated season for coach Rusty Matua. And they are fully deserving of this crown. To the Richmond side, you got a feel for them. What a brave effort from them. Goes right down to the wire, and in the end, they fall 2 meters or so short of a game-winning try. We'll now take a very short break before we go down field side for the post-match presentations.
Real exciting game with Manurewa running up the winners, 20 points to 18. Thank you for your support today, and we hope to see you later on during the other grand final days here at Ground Start number 2.
And now joined by Georgia Hale. Well, Georgia, commiserations. That's a horrible way to lose the game. What's the immediate sort of emotion?
Well, I think for our girls, last year it was like 38-0 or something, and to come back this year and to, only lose by 2, I think it just shows how much our team has done over the season and how much we've built as a team. So I think it's only positive from here, and hopefully we can get that little bit closer next year.
Must be very proud of the character, despite, I think, not having much ball at periods of that game, you just kept showing up. So you must be very proud of the character from the team.
Yeah, definitely. I think our girls really stepped up, when we needed them to, and it was really impressive. And then our impact on the bench as well. Off the bench was awesome. Those girls came on and made such a difference.
We need to look forward to still for a number of the girls. Got the NRL Women's Premiership coming up, so it's going to be a big year.
Yeah, definitely. Out there it was a little bit tense, but a few of us will now come together as teammates. So it was a great club season, but yeah, exciting things to look forward to with the NRL.
Georgia, congratulations on a great year, commiserations on the loss, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Cool, thank you.
We're now joined by Crystal Rota. Well, what a game. Went right down to the wire. How do you feel?
Proud of the girls. It was a nail-biting game, and we were very lucky there at the end. We definitely made it hard on ourselves, but we were fortunate that kick was missed right at the end there to take the win.
It's such a brilliant year, undefeated. How much did that confidence matter down in the champion minutes?
Yeah, being undefeated is always going to grow confidence, but we knew we were going to come into this game and it was going to be a good battle. But yeah, being undefeated definitely helped with our confidence coming in.
And yourself, we understand you picked up a bit of a knock yesterday. You were seriously in doubt for this one, but managed to pull through. How were you operating in that game?
Yeah, yesterday at Kiwi Fans training I got a knock to my knee, which I was already carrying a minor injury, so my physio actually thought that I'd be ruled out, but this morning a bit of magic happened overnight, and I was fortunate enough to just get strapped up and have a couple of pills and I was good to go.
And what does it mean to win another title with this team, particularly as your career goes on and you enter into the NRL Women's Premiership? What does it mean to win here at Grassroots?
Grassroots is the biggest thing, I think. I believe that everyone grows here from grassroots, and this is where it all begins. So winning a championship like this is always a good start to leading into the NRL. So this is a great start for myself leading into NRL, and most of these girls that played in this game are going into NRL. So the display of footy here from both teams was great. So it's a confidence builder for the NRL season.
Crystal, needless to say, it'll be a big party tonight. Enjoy the night, and thanks for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
So as we get ready now for presentations, the ARL staff are here with the Farrelly Photos Championship Trophy. As we get ready for Pat Carpy to address the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to both grand final teams. An outstanding grand final. Manurewa and Richmond Roses. I'd now like to invite the ARL Women's Advocate, Lynn Cameron, to say a few words.
Wow, I actually don't have words. That was an amazing final. I want to congratulate and thank both teams for taking it to the wire, bringing everything you have and being amazing athletes. I also want to thank everyone that worked behind the scenes today, ARL staff, football committee and our match officials to make this final possible. And also I'd like to acknowledge Mike Farrelly of Farrelly Photos for sponsoring the competition this year. Big round of applause for Mike. finally to our 2018 Women's Champions, back-to-back champions. Manurewa, congratulations. You guys are amazing.
As I said in the previous presentation, without referees and match officials, we wouldn't have a game. They play an important part, and they too work through to get through a grand final. And I'd like to invite our match officials today, referee Nigel Williams, touch judges Carl Cook, Tamba Bahanga, and match manager Luana Ken to come forward and receive their grand final medallions. And before presentations of the runner-up medals, I'd like to invite the Richmond Roses captain up to say a few words.
First of all, I'd just like to thank Manurewa for an awesome game, an awesome battle. 2 points in it, like you can't get a better final than that. So congrats to you guys as well, and good luck for the ones that are doing NRL and the Women in League. To our ladies, what a massive effort. You know, we came from nothing, we weren't even in the top 4 or 5, and we got there and now we're in the finals and we only lost by 2. Awesome work to our young girls who just come played league this year. Thank you so much for joining the team. And to our supporters, thank you so much for always coming down, supporting us. We love you guys. And just thank you to ARL for an awesome competition. Thank you. God bless.
And I'd like to invite you back and your team to come up and receive your runner-up medallions.
And here come the Richmond Roses, receiving their runner-up medals in the Farrelly Photos Grand Final 2018 and the ARL Women's Rugby League Premiership. And what a fantastic effort it has been by the Richmond squad. Down to the last minute, the last play, the last kick could have gone either way to put them into golden time. The battled, the wounded, sore legs, sore arms. I'm pretty sure there'll be some sore shoulders in there as well. Valiant effort. By the Richmond team.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Richmond Roses. I'd now like to invite the captain of the Manurewa Marlins up to say a few words.
Firstly, I'd like to thank ARL and the officials, the size linesmen and the ref. Thank you so much for putting up with all the back chat and everything that the girls give out on the fields, and to ARL for running our competition. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible, obviously, so thank you guys very much. Thank you to the Richmond Roses for the nail-biting game today. Mad respect to you all. That was an amazing game and it went right to the wire, so thank you very much for the game. To our supporters, thank you all very much. Love you guys, and thank you for always being there behind us. And thank you to our coaching staff, Rusty, Mama, Charles, Wah, and everyone else that helps in the background with everything for us throughout the season. And to our girls, mean ladies, awesome game out there, proud of each and every one of you. And all those cold nights at training and the rain and stuff all is paid off now, so congratulations, champs.
I'd like to invite you to receive the 2018 Women's Premiership Trophy. Now I'd like to invite the Manurewa up to receive their winning grand final medallions.
Thank you.
And here come the Manurewa Marlins, winners for 2018 Farrelly Photos Premiership at Mount Smart number 2. And don't the girls look very, very happy? Where's the party tonight, ladies? Anywhere. Anywhere, you've heard it live. Back-to-back champions going through, receiving their medals. Oh, there's a young one just off the bench. Managers and trainers coming through. So they get ready for their team photo.
And it doesn't finish there for a lot of the girls. They now move back to training in the NRL Warriors training squad or the Ultimate squad for their forthcoming series. And we wish the ladies all the best. Thank you. Okay, let me happy, come on.
Well, that does it for our coverage of the 2018 Farrelly Photos Women in League Grand Final. Manurewa, the deserving winners in the end. Thanks for joining us. We're live again midweek for SAS College Rugby League action before we're back with Glenora and Mangere East in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. We'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Mike Farrelly from Farrelly Photos, major sponsor of the Auckland Rugby League Women in Leagues competition. We're well known around rugby league circles for our proud tradition of formal team photos. Farrelly Photos is far much more, from corporate images right through to people in business and portrait photography. We want to bring a special offer to our client clubs this season. We'll put all of our team photos or Farrelly photos from 2005 to the last season up on your website as a slideshow, free of charge. Looking forward to a great season through the rest of 2018. Remember those clubs, just contact me. Team photos coming up. Just email photos@farrelly.co.nz and we look forward to working in partnership with you too.
Thank you to the major sponsors, Farrelly Photos, major sponsors for Women League Day.